Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mo from Mo Reads It, and today we're doing my worst books of 2021 according to my GoodReads account. So this is actually my first year really using my GoodReads account to track my reading, personally because I lost my reading log from when I was younger, and I really regret losing it because I wish I knew what I read and what I thought of the books of back then. I wish I could look back at it, so I was like, let's take this to the internet. Best way to keep track of my books. By the way, just because this is a worst book doesn't mean that you guys shouldn't read it. This is just a worst book for me, and art is subjective. Some books I might reread in the future and actually learn that I love it or it's okay, and that is okay. Some books we like, some books we don't like, and sometimes we need to read it in the right season. Like, some of these books I feel like if I read when I wanted to read them, I would probably have a better review of them. Because we're doing this based off of my GoodReads, I wanted to let you guys know that this worst book review rating will be harsher than my personal rating because my GoodReads review has certain parameters that I like to meet for all of my books. That way when GoodReads recommends me books, I know most likely I will probably like it or I'll probably hate it based off of other books I've read before. So I pretty much do it for the algorithm. So my GoodRead legend reads as this. 1 star equals did not like it. 2 star equals it was okay. 3 stars equal I liked it. 4 stars equal I really liked it. And 5 star equals it was amazing. I rarely give 5 stars in my personal life because all my 5-star reads are books I will reread time and time again for the rest of my life. But I will give 5-star reads for my GoodReads profile because I want them to recommend me more good books that are 5 stars, like this one. For example, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Amazing book. Would I reread it? Probably not. Was it 5 stars? Heck yes. I love that book. So 2 stars is pretty much, it was readable 90% of the time in my mind. 1 star, it was not readable. It was not worthy of my time. If I wasn't forcing myself to read it, it probably would become DNF'ed. And I'm pretty sure y'all gonna like this first one. But coming in at number 1, worst book of 2021, From Blood and Ash. There, I said it. Yeah, I did not like this book. I really thought this book read like fan fiction. It wasn't what I expected at all, especially from all the hype that it got. It definitely falls under the ACOTAR vibe for me, and I do like ACOTAR. I just did not like From Blood and Ash at all. There was lots of typos I found really annoying, and I'm not even a grammar Nazi, and I saw the typos, and I was like, how did this get published if it had so many typos in it? So many grammatical errors, so many typos, words I feel like are literally missing from the text. How did that happen? I'm not sure, but I didn't like it. It's a 1-star read for me. I feel like if you mash Twilight, ACOTAR, and a bunch of other YA books into one book, this is what you would probably get. The pacing was really slow. There wasn't enough of anything. I found Hawk? Is his name Hawk? I think his name was Hawk. I found him rude and annoying. I found Poppy also annoying, and I didn't think it was romantic. I think it was more like angsty, not romantic to me. It was just angsty. It had some moments where I liked it, but those moments didn't redeem it enough. The moments were just okay. They weren't redeeming worthy. Like, I feel like in ACOTAR, like, there are parts of it I didn't like, but the parts that I loved was pure redemption for it. Like, not gonna spoil it for you, but parts that I love really changed the series for me. This one, not really. I might read the second book. I don't know if I'll continue reading the second book, but it's a 1 star. It was the worst book I read this year, period. It just wasn't for me. I know a lot of you guys are not gonna like me for that, but maybe I'll like the second book better. I don't know. I don't know if I'll read it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'll read any more of this author's writing at all. I'm not sure yet, but... And honestly, with From Blood and Ash, I truly feel like if it wasn't for the steamy bits, the book would just crumble to nothingness. It's just an opinion, but I feel like those steamy bits is what carried it for most people, and I didn't care for the steamy bits. So yeah, didn't carry it for me. The next book, The Night Circus. So this is more of a circumstantial worst book to read in worst book of 2021 because I did not read it correctly. So at the top of each chapter, it tells you like what's happening, like what time period you're in, and where you're at. And you really need to look at that because the book jumps around so much that if you don't, you won't know what's happening. And I did not read the time. I typically don't read the things that are in the chapter margins. I just never saw the point of it. I always just read the story. Didn't find that information useful typically in most books. So in this book, I did not correspond to that. But now I know I should. So I think if I reread this, I'll like it more. And it'll become like more loved in my world. But a lot of people love this book. I didn't love it. Super atmospheric. Not super romantic. I feel like the romance was like the side story and the circus was the main story. And I really wish it was the other way around because I like atmosphere, but that much atmosphere is kind of just boring to me. But that's just my opinion. Night Circus coming at number 2 for worst book I read in 2021. And everyone in Book Talk was like raving about this and I was just like, why? I will reread it. It is a potential love. It's going on the potential shelf to be reread, but not anytime soon. I don't know. I just didn't like it. If y'all didn't hate me from Blood and Ash, y'all might roast me now. Six of Crow. This is also a circumstantial hate because I actually do like Crooked Kingdom. I actually love Crooked Kingdom. And I feel like I read Six of Crow as like a forced read because I wanted to watch the Netflix series really bad and I did not want to read. I didn't want to watch the show without reading the books. And I'm not gonna lie, it put me in the worst book slump. I was in a horrible book slump. I thought it was really slow and boring. I couldn't connect with the characters. I couldn't get immersed. But now that I've connected with the characters in Crooked Kingdom, I think this one has potential love for 2022. So I actually love Crooked Kingdom, so I think I'll probably love Six of Crows if I reread it again, and it'll become a loved book. But for now, no, I don't care for it. I don't really like it that much. When I reread it, I hope you redeem yourself. I hope you do. And last, but certainly not least, Throne of Glass. I think I gave this one 3 stars, but it was so, like, nothing really happened. Like, it was just so slow. I felt like by the time I got to the end of the book, I felt like literally nothing happened. I just didn't really love it. And a lot of people love this book, and I think it's because they love the series overall, but they don't love the first book. And this is just a theory, because I haven't read the rest of the series. Am I going to read the rest of the series? Yes, I am, but I just didn't care for it. It was one of the worst books I read in 2021. I gave it 3 stars because I feel like it's going to have redemption soon, but in all honesty, it's probably like a 2-star book. Yeah. Same thing with Six of Crow. Six of Crow was a 2-star book. It was readable. That's how I feel about these books. Readable. And I'm pretty sure I read this book in college and I DNF'd it because I did not like it. But honestly, I remember nothing from when I read it in college. Zero thought process on what I read in college. Nothing jogged my memory, so obviously it was not that great. So those were my worst books of 2021. I mostly comfort read through 2021 if you want to check out all the books I read in 2021, because I recently just got back into reading. That's why a lot of these books you probably have already seen me talk about, gone about in the book world, but for me, I was just rediscovering books and finding new ones again. All books have a redemption probability for me. I am willing to like give a book a second chance. I'm willing to read a second book in the series, to give a series a second chance, but nothing is set in stone. Overall, I didn't like the books. The majority of them put me into reading slumps, so that was probably like my biggest issue with them. It's one thing to like be an okay book, it's another thing to like drag me into the depths of the reading slums. So yeah, So if you guys like bookish things, I am here every Friday at 1 p.m. PST or 4 p.m. EST every Friday. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!